Well, like, when you have a dog, as I know, you, the dog owner, you want and need to be in control.
Yeah, and for some behavior tips, we'd like to welcome certified dog trainer Lisa Desatnik. And good morning, Lisa. You always come with the great stuff, great tips for us.
Thanks.
So tell us, if a dog isn't responding to the requested behavior, what does that mean?
That can mean a variety of things.
Right?
It can mean that your dog really doesn't know the behavior. It can mean that the environment is too difficult. It could mean that the dog is too stressed or over-aroused and can't be in thinking zone.
Right.
Then it could be that the dog is feeling too much pressure from you. So we really need to take a step back. If your dog's not doing what you want it to do, and watch your dog's body language, see what's going on, and what you can do to improve that.
Well, I know we have a video example that we wanted to show.
Yeah.
So this is Deborah and her dog, Blue. Now, what's happening here with Deborah and Blue?
Blue is out in the yard where he has a huge history of reinforcers. Deborah is getting really frustrated because she's calling and calling, and you can see there that he is showing some avoidance behaviors also. So he's going to her and running away. So that is indicative of him not being able to predict that really awesome stuff's going to happen if he comes to her. But he's got a huge history of reinforcement outside. So we've got some work to do there because he's not seeing the value in coming to his mom right there. There's much greater value for him to be outside.
So the natural question is, what can you do to reinforce some of the behaviors that make them do what you want them to do?
Right. So for this particular example of teaching your dog to come, it's all about consequence, and it's about setting your dog up for success. There's me just a couple minutes later, and see how Blue is running to me?
Wow.
He's got a different history and how much fun I am. I'm not sure if the audience can hear my tone of voice is very different, but he knows a party is waiting when he comes to me, and that's the way recall needs to be taught. So with Deborah, we need to go back and we need to practice, first of all, her not repeating that cue when he's not going to pay attention. But we need to build that party in her and teach him that that is what's waiting for him if she calls him, and not practice out in the backyard until we're ready for that. So
but it's
no
the consistency too, right? Like, and you could do that inside, right?
Absolutely, and you want to do it inside first because you're going to have the greatest chance of success inside.
But isn't that kind of thing where you discipline your dog, but if somebody else comes along and they're like, oh, it's a party. So how do you resolve that? I mean,
well, that's teaching people to see behavior differently, and let's go from disciplining our dog to instead, what do we want our dog to do, and how do we set our dog up for success so that they're going to want to do those behaviors that we want them to do?
Well, regardless of what it looked like in the video, you've proven that it's not just this mystical ability that we do know you have with dogs, but if people want to learn some more of these tips and tricks so they can be better pet owners, Lisa, how can they learn more about you and So Much Petential?
I've got a website, somuchpetential.com. Like a potential, but E for pet. I'm on Facebook and Instagram also, so would love to connect with people there.
All right, Lisa, thanks so much for sharing your tips and tricks with us.
Sure.
Hopefully we can put them into practice, right?
I know, I'm going to go home, Pappy. We're going to have Pappy party. That's what it's going to be. He's going to know when
there
he comes.
You go.
Good boy.
Way to go.